Another thing is that now I keyed in. I've actually been will I say a student or a follower of Professor Soludo. You
Oh,
understand? Right?
yes.
He got my attention during the banking consolidation. So I've actually followed him. You understand? In fact, there was a time that after he left, you understand, our economy was in shambles. You
Yes.
understand? Although our economies, when he left, when he had when shaking the under
Yes.
Sanusi, this
Yes.
thing, you understand? So, but there was an article he wrote, you understand, that that quenched a lot of situation. I have to look for his number. Boy, yeah, he didn't pick. Later in the night, he called back the number. You understand? I introduced myself. We spoke for over 1 hour discussing about this thing. So that made me fell in love with him. Jesus, why your name say? You get my point. So then another one, when I felt like it's time, you understand, to step out from the corporate world, was the first year when he celebrated the first year achievement. You understand? We are now the conference center. I went there. You understand? That was when I even had time to look at the vision of the governor and the vision he has for Anambra State in the next 50 years. You understand? So, in fact, the goose pimple, because I'm a PRO person. PRO believes in planning, strategic planning. You understand?
Yes.
So now that is a student of strategic management. You understand? Now offer her a vision for an outline way, principles of actualizing that vision. You will want to be part of it. Because not all the state, you all know why you benefit. So when I saw the vision, I said, no, that everybody needs to play a part. That was when I started preaching. You understand? About people need to support this government. You understand? That now, for the first time, that now, obviously a clear vision of Eba Naije. You understand? Making Anambra a livable, prosperous, smart mega city. You understand? From everything was outlined. The Anambra mixed-use industrial city, and there are a lot of things. You understand? So I said that we need to be part of it. You understand? So that's why. So I have to leave from the corporate this thing. You understand? To venture into partisan politics. You understand? I've always been. If you know my background anyway, I've always been. I've always been like this. From school, I was when I was in from Unizik, when I was in pre-science, before I joined, we got admission to this thing. I was the president of Anambra Students Association.
Wow.
And before then, in Nnewi, I founded the first student movement in Nnewi, known as Student Welfare Association of Nigeria. We metaphors into when we now have a lot of our young people that we are not, because we say these ones are mainly for you to be a part, you must be in university. So at the time, the movement was waxing strong, and the politicians, the leaders of the day, we identifying with it. But we have a lot of our young people that wanted to be part of us, but on the business, but they are interested in joining the youth movement. You understand? So we metaphors and now brought them in and we renamed it from Student Welfare Association of Nnewi to Student Welfare to Future Democrats. You understand? And Future Democrats, we found metaphors now to Ikemba youth.
Oh.
That played an active part for Peter Obi. I was the founder of that movement.
Oh, yeah.
You understand? I was the founder of that. Everything started from my house. So I moved here from my house. You understand?
Wow.
So there were any young boy from my teenage years, I started early in political awareness because I read a lot. There were mentors in Nnamdi Azikiwe. You understand? When it was in my SS1, you understand? I read about Nnamdi Azikiwe, his contribution, and I also wanted to be a nation builder. You understand? And it marvels me that most of the things they were pointing out as of then, you understand, that happened now. You understand? from by Chinua Achebe. You understand? I've read almost everything. His articles on politics, on Nigeria transformation, every other thing. So always something that we make say it cannot afford our leadership failure. You understand? So most of us say that no, we need to enter into leadership. You understand? To give it another new breed. Yeah.
Gallerin, I read your release too. Your choice about going into politics, that you need to be a key player. What is it about Nigerian politics that you want to come and play a part? You know, people say that politics is a dirty game. You know, what is it about our politics that you think we lack, that you want to come in with something new? What is it about politics? Go ahead.
Vision. Nature abhors vacuum. I took time to study most times the people that will make leaders. You understand? We have few who have strategic vision and strategic plan to make a turnaround. We only have few that have tasted that position. And also, most times, the people that also have those strategic visions, strategic plans, are actually interested. Yet maybe because of the rousy nature, the rousy terrain of the politics, they like to stay away. You understand? But the truth is that now both you and the nation, your nation, now suffer where. So you have to find a way to go through that rousy terrain, just like Professor Soludo did. You have to go through this rousy terrain. Not lose there. Now try to correct the change. You understand? So one of the things about this thing is the Nigerian why we are not getting it right is because we don't have people who have strategic vision. Most times I know we're accidental leaders. People ain't what did they plan. But somehow, by virtue of one thing or the other, they end up being there. And if the idea, what are anything you get my point? Time lose somebody who a vision, that pass through that distance, that rousy distance. And that's why I want to encourage a lot of people of likes mind, people who have vision, people that wear clarity of purpose, of what they want, that if they are given an opportunity, you understand, this is what they all of them need to come out en mass. You understand, I storm more the political leadership. You understand? The lepers in the hope of the living dead by Professor Olaro to me, one know something. He said that if the society will not do something to change their situation, then they will be inadequacy and difficulty. They are going to rise up to effect a change.
Yes.
You understand? I want to encourage all of them to come out, because 40 years ago, in 1983, Chinua Achebe wrote a book, said the trouble with Nigeria. Although na one day, so to Abanyaka, we check about his country. Owola his pen and wrote, and one sitting wrote something, a book called The Trouble with Nigeria. You understand? And in one of those quotes, he said, does he ever worry us that history? The people that he was talking to them were my fathers. When my father was, the generation of my fathers were in leadership. In fact, the generation of Obasanjo, they were in leadership. They were the people he was talking to. When I heard that, does it ever worry you that history, which neither personal power nor wealth can preempt, we pass terrible judgment on you? You understand? After you have accomplished your betrayal, have left. Or when I don't have to say, we have lost the 20th century. Are we bent on seeing that our children loses the 21st century? We are the children Chinua Achebe was talking about.
Yes.
We are the children.
Yes.
Until today, those things on a who can aim. You understand? So we have to summon courage and enter. You understand? Or to say that now, I have only go away waste. You understand? Most of us in our organization, we have we have done exemplary leadership. You understand? We have managed our businesses well, managed a lot of things well. You understand? This is the time to manage the human beings, manage the wealth of the resources. You understand? So they perceive where people who have clarity of purpose, clarity of vision. You understand? For them to enter. You understand? Nature abhors vacuum. If they don't enter,
nature abhors vacuum.
You understand?
I get it.
If they don't enter, you understand? So we need somebody with a clarity of vision, just like Professor Soludo, who understands. That is one of his leadership quote I admire. He said, you cannot make a clap with one hand. it takes a second hand to make a clap. You understand? We have had vision. We have had leaders who have been leading us that have been trying to make a clap with one hand. You understand? We need a leader that can be able to carry the Nigerian people, because he said that the second clap, I believe, is the Nigerian people. You understand? So we need somebody that understands the Nigerian people, our stubbornness, and carry us along. You understand? To be able to make an effective change in the society.
Ndị be anyị, unu kpọrọ nya bụ oku, anyị azago. Ugbu a, ị ga-abụ onye ọbịa na gbam, n'agbanyeghị ebe ọbụla ị nọ n'ụwa. Ị chọrọ ka anyị gbaa gị ajụjụ ọnụ, ma ọ bụ ị chọrọ ka ụwa nụ ọnụ gị? Deere anyị ozi ma ọ bụ kpọọ anyị n'akara ekwentị ndị a ị na-ahụ n'iru onyonyo gị. Daalụnụ. What is it about this politics that we need to summon courage to do? You don't summon courage to go to school. You don't summon courage to be a banker. You don't summon. What is about this politics that a lot of people dread it? Like, happen, and then you will now see the bad eggs are full there. Can you hear in the Nigerian politics that you need to summon courage to come in?
Fighting corruption. Fighting corruption. See, let me tell you, there was a former leader, I don't want to mention his name, in Anambra State, as of then, that went to meet some godfathers. In the field, no hand eme obodo. Say that na kahanyeli aka, that he wants to, coach ishi Anambra chia ya ofuma. So now, when he now outlined his vision, this one, that one, say what about us? I say these are, I like that, they want to say come be a fight. I say, now you can't get it. The truth is that a lot of people are benefiting now. Obodado Roman Anambra State, Obodado Roman Nigeria, a lot of people are benefiting. You understand? So the people that actually wants to come and fight have not been able to summon courage to fight those people. You understand? Maybe because of the fear of life and every you understand? And a lot of further to headache. They just want obodo politics side or can docha. You attack a it can never be. You understand? We need a leader with courage that can be able to confront corruption, confront corrupt people. You have to look them both in the eye. Say, you are corrupt. It is time
to pack up.
To pack up. You understand? This is the wealth of the nation, the resources of the people. You understand? Because the resources of this nation is controlled by less than 1%, or even 1%, less than 1% of the population.
Yes,
you understand? The corporate world, working within us, we have been able to transverse a lot of places, the presidency and a lot of things. So I saw things. I said that it can't continue to be like this. You understand? It can't continue to be the right people needs to be there. Until the right people are there, but I don't mind. You understand? Even the scripture said that when the righteous are in power,
the people rejoice.
The people rejoice. You understand? So the right people have to be there. You understand? So far I want to dodge a batana leadership. If I happy. You understand? So that's why people like us are trying to get involved.
When we're not too young to run, they are calling on young people to come in. Then at a time we have the youngest governor in Nigeria, the governor of Kogi State at the time, Yahaya, and people were like, "Is this what the young people would do?" What do you think? Like such an experiment, what do you think is doing to allowing the young to lead? What do you think such experiment has done to such vision?
First, yeah, the truth is that you made a point there, but the truth is that it's relative too. Some young people that have had an opportunity have been able to also abuse it.
Yes.
You understand? Or do you call that Nayadubo already for leadership? I have been an advocate of young people to take over governance, that they need to be there. We need to feel their energy. There is a lot of benefit for youth being in leadership, being in politics. It has a lot of tremendous benefit. You understand? But some of those people too, because the blind doesn't lead the blind.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? A situation whereby, just like you mentioned, okay, could be all those kind of things. But in other places that young people You understand? Governor Soludo, though, when he became the economic advisor to the president. You understand? So we have a lot of young people that have, when platform we are giving, they showed exception. So the place of the attendant benefits of young people being in politics, you understand, to the nation, you understand, it's undisputed. So I just maybe one of maybe like Alpha, you understand, because now in the news as a media person, what makes news abroad na akwa channel. You understand? No na akwa channel, not the ego. It makes news. You understand? So there's a blues. You don't like opportunity. What are the people that at our independence? Most of the people that we are leading us, these are young people in their 30s.
People that led Q and then changed the course of their history.
Yes, these are young people. These are people in their 30s and 40s. You understand? That we are leading us. You understand? The person that moved the motion for the independence of Nigeria, Antonio Nehara, he was 27 years. He's a young person. You understand? So it can be undisputed the benefit of young people, you understand, in leadership. And we want to encourage a lot of them to come in. You understand? And another is that, but we need, more importantly, you understand, people that have strategic vision. Because when you have strategic vision, better. You understand? If I was therefore this thing continues. Not really every young people should enter. Young people with strategic vision and direction in nation building, and age. You understand? These are the people we need in politics.
Because I was about to ask you, is it the youthfulness that we need in leadership or the brain?
The brain.
You know? Because our brother also can energy, more work energy, or strategic planning.
Yes.
And then everything. But you've actually even answered the question before I asked you.
Before you buy any land or property, make sure you are buying from a government-registered and reputable real estate company. And I recommend Pine Leaf Estate and Properties Limited.